Yes, I'm gonna get semi-naked again. Hey folks, it's Finn. Welcome back folks, lovely to see you. So today's video is a top surgery reflection and catch up, as I am now 7 years post top surgery. So today I want to just kind of reflect, look at the healing over time, and generally just have an excuse to get my chest out. But before we get stuck in, for anyone who is new, a very, very big welcome. My name is Finn, and here on my channel I share content around gender transition, LGBT life, mental health and personal development. So if you've been watching for a while, if you're enjoying my videos, I would love it if you could subscribe, because it really does help my channel, and then you'll also always be reminded of every single Finn installment. 7 years post top surgery. Where on earth did that go? Where it went was enjoying my chest. So I had top surgery, chest reconstruction, double incision with nipple grafts on the 27th of November 2013. And I had this with Mr Andrew Yelland, who was working at the time in Brighton at the Nuffield. He's an incredible surgeon with an incredible team, and I can't recommend him highly enough. So shall we see what my chest looks like now at 7 years post-op? Ta-da! Honestly, any excuse to get my chest out. So, shall we see how we got here? And yesterday, I got home to find this. So as you can see, not a huge amount has changed over the last few years, because the scars really settled down after about the 3-year mark. What's changed more than anything is that I've got ridiculously much hairier in places I didn't even imagine, and I've got fatter too. But fat or not, I'm not even remotely bothered. Well, maybe a little bit I am if you've seen my recent video about trying to shed some weight. I just love my chest. At 7 years post-op, it is still something that brings me joy every single day. I love my chest and I think it's absolutely perfect. That doesn't mean to say it is perfect, of course. If I'm going to be really picky, I would say that my nipples are big, and I wished they were smaller, like really tiny little nipples that you see on lots of men. But lots of men do have big nipples as well, and I've learnt to love my nipples. I'm merely sharing it to show that, you know, it isn't about having a perfect chest. I also have a little bit of extra like dog ear here. Some of that is a little bit because I'm overweight, but that's always been there a bit. But these things are just really to demonstrate that no body is perfect. And actually for me, these little imperfections make my chest more real. Having top surgery was never about having the perfect chest, if a perfect chest even exists. It was about getting rid of those awful lumps that weren't supposed to be there and revealing the chest that I always should have had. And these little things like large nipples and a bit of extra skin under here just make my chest beautifully unique. Top surgery brings so many joys that I don't think you can really fully comprehend before you have top surgery. Because before I had top surgery, all I wanted was to get rid of the dysphoria, because it was just so intense. Having breasts when you're a man is incredibly distressing. And so I was just looking forward to not having them and feeling so much at ease in myself. But actually so much more happened. So many more things that most people take for granted, but for us trans people is a revelation. Things like being able to hug people properly. Because before top surgery, I was so conscious of my chest. Every time I hugged someone, I could feel my moves in between me and them. It would make me feel sick. So now I can hug people. I can properly bear hug people close to me, and it feels wonderful. My partner can put his hand on my chest or his head on my chest, and it feels wonderful. I can put my hand on my chest. I can shower and see myself naked and feel incredible. I can access spaces. I can go to a gym. I can shower without panicking and worrying. You know, there are all these things that most people just take for granted. So surgery is far more than just cosmetic to give a chest. It actually completely changes your life in the spaces you can access, in the intimate ways you can be with people, and being able to be comfortable in your own skin. It's just incredible, and there is very little day that goes by where something happens where I'm not reminded of just how wonderful it is to have this chest. You know, being able to go swimming and feel the water on my bare chest, be able to take my top off in the sun and feel the sun on my chest and the wind through my chest hair. It's just absolutely incredible. And yes, of course, I take every opportunity to take my top off, because I've missed out on so much of my years of life where I couldn't do that. So now, no shame whatsoever, even with an overhanging belly, I love to just take my t-shirt off and get my chest out. It's not for anyone else, it's for me, for really enjoying that freedom that I missed for so many years. As you can hear, I am one very, very grateful man. So I think that's all I have to say at 7 years post-op. If you do have any questions for me about top surgery, please do feel free to leave them in the section below. I'm always happy to help where I can. Thanks for watching, folks. Take care of yourselves. See you next week.